Okay, we'll start again. So this is a waste reduction. So what we are planning to do here is we want to understand what is a waste. Okay, so whenever it is not adding any value to the process, we are calling that as a non-value added. See, we'll go for one example. The value added is refers to the features and services that the customer is willing to pay. So what it means, see, for example, we are going for a payment posting is a FTE model we are working. So the client is ready to pay for the posting and the adjustment relevant to the posting, right? Whenever we are doing any incorrect activity, for example, you didn't not posted or posted incorrectly, that are not non-value added work. For that, client is not ready to pay, right? So when you're sending the production report to them, whatever is we did a mistake, we cannot send it again or we cannot bill them again. So we are calling that as a non-value added services. The same way, for example, when you're working for a end-to-end billing, whatever is coming to a AR, we are calling that as a non-value added service. Wherever you can fix the denial and fix the rejection, and if you are not fixing it, we are calling that as a non-value added services. Okay, and some of the non-value added services are necessary. See, for example, you are doing a reconciliation activity. Okay, is there any client is asking for a reconciliation? No, it is for our benefit and it is for our process benefit. We are using the reconciliation method, payment posting log, everything we are maintaining only for our management purpose or for our convenience, which they don't pay. See, it seems to be a non-value added, but we cannot remove it, right? We need that to run the business. Okay, the same way the non-value added services may be necessary to operate a business. That's what I'm trying to explain. Okay, when we need to meet a regulatory or accreditation standard. See, for example, sometime what happens is some government regulations need some activity which the client is not interested in. For that also, we have to maintain the non-value added activity. So in general, what we are trying to say here is we'll identify what is a value add and what is a non-value add. Whatever is non-value add, we are trying to reduce that and then we can improve on the value added services. See here, what is the process of eliminating the waste? Okay, we'll call that as a abbreviation as a TIMBOD. Okay, it's a transport, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. That's called TIMBOD. So what is transport? See, for example, moving the product back and forth in the multiple time. See, we'll take a scenario. For example, there is a manufacturer of a TV. Okay, he thinks that it will be sell in Chennai, and then he's dumping or he's sending many of the TV sets to Chennai, and all of a sudden he's getting a good market demand in Coimbatore. So what happened? He will first time he send it to Chennai, and from Chennai he want to transport into a Coimbatore. This is a transportation waste, right? See, instead of that, we would have been wait to where the need arises, then we can send directly to them. So how it is relevant to our process? Okay, the transportation. See, for example, what we are doing here is, for example, I have 3 projects. Okay, every project I'm moving one person from one project to other project. So what are all the things you need to do? You have to train that guy again. You have to ask him to go through the SOP and you have to put the 100% quality audit there. These are all the ways related to your transportation. And the inventory management. See, for example, holding too much of the product from the inventory. Say, for example, inventory management will take Dr. IMA or Dr. AR IMA. See, we are holding the claim for deductibles, right? See, these are all inventory management. See, this unnecessary work what we are doing here and then keeping that inventory on hold. And see, it is not going only with the hold, right? Every time we are going back and then see that whether the deductible met or not met. Every week we are adding additional work which the client is not ready to pay, but we cannot bill them also, but it is our additional work. Okay, that's the one thing. And for example, if you come to the production side, okay, for example, we are taking a car manufacturer. Okay, whether there is a demand is not or demand is there or not, if the car manufacturer produce a lot of car and it is not going to sell, then it will become a damage. Our customer may change their mind. Okay, for example, one model it become outdated and we produce a lot of car in that, then it will become an inventory waste. Okay, motion is nothing but excessive motion, people and the process. See, for example, it's similar to the transportation. Transportation is a physical movement of the product from one place to other. Here, the motion is a people moving. Okay, for example, I'm moving a people to process, or I am keeping the process changing frequently. For example, one TL may be there. Okay, they, for example, initially promoted or recently promoted TL without team handling experience. What they will do daily, they will give one work file to the team. Okay, these are all the motion activities, right? Because he's not experienced to wait for 2 or 3 days. He will every day he will change the work file. These are all the motion. Okay, a lot of changes is happening. And waiting is nothing but there is a, for example, we will take this scenario from the billing we are sending to coding, and then coding has to complete, then it has to come to the billing process. So in this scenario, till the coding is going to complete, we have to make the people to wait, and then wait for the file from the coding. This is called waiting. And overproduction, so for example, producing one product than needed. See what it mean by this. See, for example, any of the insurances, we know that this insurance is going to pay within 30 days or 15 to 30 days, this claim is going to pay. But we are touching that claim on 15th day. On every 15th day, if the claim is going to be touched, then that will become your overproduction. And over processing, see for example, extra steps. See, you may keep two people in the same process. For example, one trainee will do the same work, and then you are asking one more person to go back and then review all the process again. This is called over processing. This may need for some time, but not for always, right? So you have to see what we are doing in over processing. And defects, we know very well, right? Whenever the team is doing incorrect work, this need to be reworked and other thing. This is called the defects. Okay, we'll call that as a mnemonic as TIMBOT. Okay, transport, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. These are all the 8 types of waste which need to be removed from your process. Okay, that is important for the lean management. Any question here?
No, sir.
So we'll move to the next one. Okay, there is a lot of tools are available to remove the waste. Okay, first one is 5S methodology. This we already covered. Okay, sort. See, for example, whenever you're doing any work, it need to be arranged in this order. Okay, sort, straighten, shine, and then standardize and sustain. This we already covered in the 5S system. See, what it means is before and after you completed your work, all your work inventory need to be arranged in an order. See, for example, in a kitchen, you know that where all your spoons are available, then you need not search everywhere, right? Otherwise, what will happen? Every time you have to go and search. The same way, for example, here in the file, okay, for example, charge related files will be kept under the charge folder. It is easy for you to go and then search. Otherwise, you have to search everywhere. Okay, that's a unnecessary time waste, and that's the reason we are saying that it is sorted out and it should be straightened. Okay, the process, if for example, I'm removing one spoon from one particular place, again the same spoon should come to that particular place. Otherwise, we have to search everywhere. And shine is clean. Okay, keeping your workplace clean. And standardize. See, for example, all the process need to be standardized and it has to go based on that. That's what we are maintaining a SOP and other process. Sustain, we have to, whatever we are expecting to standardize, it need to be maintained. This is a 5S methodology, and we already covered one class completely on that. Okay, and the standard of work, for example, in this 5S methodology is one part, and second is a standard of work. It's nothing but creating a straight documentation to the team so that everyone will follow the same documentation. That is called your standard of work, which we are calling that as a SOP. Okay, the next one is Poka-yoke, which is called mistake proofing. Okay, whatever you're doing, it need to be done in the first time without any error. We are calling that as a Poka-yoke system. Okay, list of action item and step must be accomplished. You have to finalize what step need to be accomplished and check off they are completed and account for. Okay, for example, I'm giving a step 1, 2, 3. So what you need to do, you check the first step is completed and second step is completed and third step is completed, and make sure that there won't be any error, so that it will go in an order and it will be moved out. And screening device, whatever is happening here, we will identify some devices where it can go for a screening. See, the screening is equivalent to your quality audit, right? We are checking the quality audit and then we are preventing the error. That and all is a screening device. See, this mainly they use in the production floor. See, what they are doing is screening device is equivalent to some preventing process, equipment, tools, and they are all keep it in the source of order. See, for example, I'm producing a particular product, okay, which should be 250 gram. So what they will do, they have a screening device should take, for example, it can be 250 grams instead of 240 to 260, it will allow. If it is more deviation, it will not allow. That kind of screening device we will keep there, and then so that it can be filtered by this particular screening device. So the screening device mainly used to control that incorrect use of the material can be used. See, for example, we are keeping the pre-billing audit for that only. Whenever the claim is going incorrectly, we are trying to freeze it by the way of screening by doing a pre-billing audit. And second thing is, it's as I told you, this is a production floor. Okay, if a signaling device, when something is in an order, see for example, out of order, one particular machine is out of order, what we are doing here is we are alerting the team, entire floor, giving a signal saying that this particular machine is not working. Okay, the same thing we are doing in the using the Olympus, right? For example, you are creating a batch. If the batch is not completed, we are giving an alert to you, say that this batch is not at all allocated, or allocated batch is not completed. That's what we're calling that as a signaling devices. And control device is nothing but, see for example, if anything is goes wrong, it will automatically shut down and then close, right? So what this says is, see incorrectly, for example, machine is not working properly, whatever you are feeding inside as input, you are not getting a proper output. In that scenario, the control device will stop it, right? See, if you take your RO, right, what is happening in the RO? When your tank is full, automatically this is getting cut, right? Your flow is getting cut. That's what your controlling device. So to avoid the waste production, we have in the Pocoyoki method, we have a checklist. So we will give a checklist to the team, what they need to follow. And during the checklist, whatever the team is doing, we will do the screening. And in the screening, if anything is not working properly, we are giving a signaling device to alert you. And in the signaling device, if anything is goes wrong, it's a better than screening and signaling, it will cut off the process so that we can avoid the error in the floor. Okay, this is the Pocoyoki method. And Kanban and the pull method. See, we already discussed on the pull method in car manufacturing, right? See, instead of they will do the production only after customer book the car, right? That's called the Kanban or the pull method. Only the product. See, only produce the product when we have a demand from the customer. See, if you book the car, then only they will start the production. That's what they are saying, that it will take 2 months time or 60 days time or 75 days time, like that. They are giving a time to get the particular product. Okay, calculating the safety stock, and then what is a minimum level of safety level. See, for example, if any customer, say for example, we'll take a scenario. Okay, unless customer is order, we are not going to start. But everything we cannot keep that way, right? At least we'll keep some 10% buffer. Okay, at least if you book sometime, they will say that, okay, one car buffer is available, it can be delivered to you. Even the bike now, it is coming in the same order, right? That is the safety stock they will keep. See, the pull method can be very effective. For example, you are depending on the supplier. For example, I am depending on a supplier to give me the input methodology. So I have to find what is the lead time they can supply me and how we can close this particular thing. Okay, and determine the batch size. Okay, how many batch we can produce in a particular production slot. Okay, check and adjust the level of requested material. For example, requested material, I am getting 100 cars need to be produced. I already have 10 cars already there. Then we can release the 10 cars, and then remaining 90 we can keep there. Okay, that's the way we are going to keep it. Okay, this is a Kanban and the pull method. Okay, clear? Any question here?
Sir, like in Kanban method, like how it is useful for our process?
Correct. See, Kanban method is, it will be useful when you are doing a end-to-end process, right? See, for example, how we can define this Kanban or a pull method here is, see, for example, unless I know that the claim is going to be denied. Okay. See, for example, I am very thorough on my pre-billing audit, and I'm sure that it is nothing going to be denied. So I need not touch the account till it get paid or rejected, right? I know very well the claim is going to be paid. So I need not keep my AR to go and then follow up on those accounts, right? But the thing is, what we are dropping the ball here is we are not getting the payment also on time, right? Unnecessarily we have to touch it. See, when your pre-billing is very, very strong, then what do you need to do? You fix your payment posting system also a strong methodology by ERA and then EFT enrollment. So if you do that, what is happening here is you don't need to put your people there to check what's happening, right? So my demand is, unless it is paid for 60 days. For example, I'm roughly saying one system, I'll bill today, till 45 days I won't touch any claim. Okay, so from 30 to 45 days all my claim will get paid. If you set the system like that, you want to keep the AR there below 45, no need, right? That's what we are saying. The pull system is the demanding that way. See, the customer demand, what is the customer demand? They need to get it paid. Okay, I'm giving the pay date is within 30 to 45 days all your claims will get paid. What I'm doing, I'm working on the EFT, and then I'm trying to reduce my time to pay within 0 to 30 days. So that's the way, if you do it, we can avoid one particular process here to make our process better and then get it paid. That's the way we have to relate our pull system into our process. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And second thing is, for example, one more scenario also I can give. For example, IMA, right? In that IMA, I know that I'm going to get the weekly 1 day only, right? So instead of keeping the people for every day, you can ask the people to work only on that particular day. I think we have the same problem with your what is it, central reach, right? Central reach 2 days is not going to work. What is the purpose of keeping the team there? Give a 2 days leave in the work day and then ask them to concentrate on Saturday and Sunday. இந்த வாரம் போய் பேசுங்க, குச்சி எடுத்துட்டு வருவாங்க. Okay, that's the way you have to plan. At least the system shuffling, okay, the shifting methodology, everything you can do based on your pull methodology. Okay, the next one is design of experiment. Okay, so this one interesting topic, but most of the thing you can correlate if it is a production site. Okay, we'll try to correlate with our methodology, what we are trying to do. See here, the introduction to, 1 second, I'll cut this slide recording and then I'll start again. Okay, otherwise.